Welcome back, chickens, to another episode of The Angry Chicken. This is the Brawl episode for this week, covering Who's the Boss Now. I'm Garrett Weinzer, and with me, as always, is Willie Dills Gregory and Jocelyn Moffat. Welcome back, guys.
Yo!
Hello.
How you doing, Dills?
I'm still in a Brawl right now.
Dills is playing a Brawl right now.
I was like, yeah, usually Dills jumps right in with, like, so this Brawl, guys. So distracted.
Yeah, there's a lot going on. There's a lot going on in my Brawl. I'm a druid who just lock and loaded. And here we go.
Because...
Oh my god, I got another lock and load.
As you do. As you do.
So, this Brawl, though, so much fun. I've got to say...
Brawl down.
It's so much better than the last couple have been. I'm really enjoying it. I had one little disappointment because I thought there was going to be like a whole lot more hero powers. I thought they were going to pull from all the hero powers of all the adventures, and I was like, this is going to be insane. I'm going to be so OP. And then it didn't, and I was like, oh.
Yeah.
But these hero powers are pretty freaking cool.
So what is the selection of hero powers? It's only like...
There's 11 altogether.
There's 11? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Have you only had 5 or 6?
I feel like I'm getting the same ones over and over again.
I feel like I've gotten Decimate, which is the change the health of enemy minions to 1. Like,
yeah.
Every single time I refresh the hero power, it's like, Decimate again! They're already at 1.
Yeah, I haven't...
Not to mention there's so many things that summon 1 health minions, right?
Yeah.
I haven't gotten Decimate once. I've
I
had
must have stolen all your Decimates, Garrett. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen it used against me many times now going into this Tavern Brawl, but yeah, I've been digging it too, man. It's fun. Like when I originally read it, and I read it's like, oh, you get a random boss hero power. Other than that, you just build a regular deck and go. I was really unenthusiastic about it. I'm like, oh, this sounds like they're cashing in. Like of all of the Tavern Brawl ideas so far, this seems like, hey, well, this is something we can easily do with our game system, so let's just do it. But then I got in and actually played it, and it's actually a crap ton of fun, man. I don't know about you guys, but I know last week, I think it was Dills, was blown away by the mere suggestion that anyone would go in net deck for Tavern Brawl, which I found hilarious because the number one complaint we see around the internet about Tavern Brawl is like, people still net deck. This is crap.
I guess I just wasn't seeking it out.
Yeah, I did. Yeah. No, you're right.
You weren't competitive enough about your brawling.
I wasn't. I wasn't going to. I mean, it makes total sense. I totally get it. I'm sure that people are net decking for this brawl too. I just threw a bunch of crap in, but it seems to be working.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's.
I've been trying since we kind of launched this to I've been trying to have like a I don't know, like a virgin experience. I've been trying not to go look at stuff and just have fun, build a deck from scratch if it's a constructed week, and just kind of see where it takes me. So I just went with an inspired paladin deck and stuck with it, and it did really well for me. And
Yeah.
I think that's really key in this brawl is it doesn't really matter which hero you choose, but building an Inspire deck is really, really strong because I didn't realize this until I, went through and played a few times, but you can actually use your hero power more than once per turn. Like every time you refresh it, you just get more hero powers. So having the ability to just
hero power.
Yeah. Having the ability to just hero power over and over and over again makes the Inspire cards just ridiculous. Ridiculous. So
by the way, have we mentioned what the actual brawl is yet? Have we actually said out loud what it is?
I said
Yes.
At the top of the show, I said it's the episode for Who's the Boss Now, and when I started talking afterwards, I mentioned specifically what the rules were.
Cool.
When you
Okay.
Did you start playing a second Brawl?
Because I was still playing, so I must have missed that. But that's not obvious though. Like there's some stuff that's not obvious. The fact that the hero powers refresh every time, the fact that they randomize each time was not obvious to me. So when I first saw it, I was like, "Ooh, Mage Koldara Drake, that'll be amazing." Garrison Commander, that'll be really good. And then I was like, "Oh no, these cards literally do nothing."
Yeah.
It already refreshes for you. So that's as soon as I saw that, that's when I immediately was like, well, here we go. Astral Communion is the best card again because on turn 4, or actually the last game I did on turn 1, I coin innervated Astral Communion. You immediately get 10 mana, and then you hero power 5 times. So, and that often means you have a full board of dudes, after. Because a bunch of the hero powers actually summon guys. So, There's some stuff that's not obvious about this brawl.
Yeah, and some cards are still really good. I mean, Maiden of the Lake is good. Fencing Coach is good.
Sure.
Fencing Coach is the one that gives you the one free tick of your hero power. So you throw down an Inspire card, or you throw down Fencing Coach, and then you're just like, boom, boom, haha, full board.
Yeah, it's funny. Like I said, didn't really look at what other people have been building for this brawl. So when I got into the show just now, and you guys were like, "Oh yeah, Maiden of the Lake," I'm like, "Oh yeah, I didn't even think about that."
Yeah,
yeah.
If you can get Maiden of the Lake on board before your Astral Communion, you actually get the hero power 10 times, which is nuts. That's ridiculous.
It's nuts. This is a really fun brawl. Like I said, I've been having a super fun time with it, especially after going into it kind of expecting to not enjoy it. So, any hero powers you're particularly fond of? It sounds like you're both a little sick of seeing Decimate.
Little bit.
Yeah.
Harvest
it's not
is
that
so
good.
Harvest is the one where you draw a card and you get a mana crystal. Harvest.
Oh yeah, and it's
Just
actually
like you
free
get that
if
and
you
you
have
win.
Maiden of the Lake.
Yes.
Because you actually get the hero power, you get the mana crystal back. So, yeah, Harvest I think is the good one. I like the one where you activate a random robot or whatever, Omnitron.
Oh yeah, that's it's literally just called Activate.
Okay, yeah, because you get a 7/7. I think there's a 5/5. There's a 2/2 that gives 2 spell power to each guy. And so I had a game where I was down to like 4 health or something like that. I clicked that to activate it. And then it gave me the one where every time you play a card, you lose 2 health, and I was like, "Crap! Now I can't play any cards anymore," because it's like, it'll kill you too. It's not just the enemy. So there's some like really fun, weird situations that come out of these. I think
that one is. Yeah, I think that one was the 7/7 because I found that every single time the opponent's hero power gave them that one, I was just like, "Well, I lose."
I mean, at least you can still hero power, and that doesn't hurt you. And that's generally what people are doing anyway, right? Is just pushing the button over and over again.
Right. And the Trons were, I mean, they're all very strong. My first game was a loss, and it was because my opponent got activated, I want to say 2 turns in a row, or 2 hero power clicks in a row. I guess turns have nothing to do with it. But it was... Yeah. It was rough. It was really rough. I'm like, oh well, maybe I'll get Decimate, or maybe I'll pull the Equality I have in my deck. Nope, didn't happen. Didn't make it follow the rules. Didn't get to Equality. It was like, all right, I guess I just lose because it's turn 3 and you have a 7/7 on board.
Yep. So well, you might get your own 7/7 next turn though, so you know.
Sure. Well, that's what I meant. I was like, oh, let me hero power. See what I get next. Oh, yay! I get 2/2/1 bone constructs. Oh, yes. Thank you, bone minions. That was like my bad losses, but other than that, it's been a lot of fun. I haven't been seeing a large variety of the hero powers. Definitely, at least not on my side. I feel like I've seen the majority of the variety from my opponents, just my personal playthroughs. But
do we feel like this would have been broken if they just threw in every single possible boss hero power?
But no, why not? Go for it.
I feel like, why not do that? What's the reasoning to not just let us go crazy? What's already super crazy, right?
Mm-hmm. Well, and that's kind of the thing. I think we talked about Brawl not really having to be balanced because there's not a huge reward tied to it. There's no ladder. There's no nothing. It's here for 4 days and it's gone again. So who cares about balance? Yeah. I think this would have been so fun if you had like some of those 0 mana hero powers, like Rag's hero power. If you could randomly just go boom, 8 damage.
Well, you mentioned that. Fun. You mentioned that, and now I'm thinking maybe that's why they didn't do it, because if you just got that multiple turns in a row and your opponent wasn't able to play minions for whatever reason, the game's just over super fast and you don't get to interact.
But then you queue up again, and maybe next time you get Rag. Hero power.
That's the thing. Yeah. I feel like the games are already like over really fast in Brawl, kind of a lot, regardless of whether they do this kind of like go over the top with these rules or not, because people aren't, like you said, like the reward is here's a pack for 1 win. People don't care. People just tend to concede. Like if I was playing this Astral Communion Druid deck, and both times I actually innervated it out on turn 1, I didn't get to push the hero power 5 times because they just conceded, right? So. It's like I got like denied my cool, fun, crazy game story experience, but that's just how people play. So like, why not just let it be nuts, right?
Yeah.
At the same time, though, you're kind of ignoring the fact that some people get really unlucky multiple times in a row, and I'm not saying that happens to me frequently. It does, but I don't know. I wouldn't want to be on the receiving end of multiple games that ended really quick just because my opponent happened to get the Ragnaros power a crap ton of times in a row.
No, that's valid. There's definitely got to be like some sort of semblance of balance with these things, but I also feel like there's room to just let them go, like sometimes, because again, it's like once you get your one win, if you really hate it, if you're not having fun, you just bail. This one to me though, we actually, somebody posted it in the subreddit saying they weren't going to listen to these anymore because they were upset that we didn't like last week's Brawl. I think we talked about it though, like enough that like if we could have built our decks within those rules, we would have really liked it. Like I think I just like the ones where you build decks more, and that's just me, you know.
Normally I shy away from those ones. Actually, normally I like the pre-built or the random decks, but this one I found really, really fun, and I played a lot on stream last night, and I think that might have something to do with it. Is, you know, I was like talking through some deck choices in the chat room and stuff, and it was fun. And then we had some viewer games and stuff, and that kind of changed the experience for me a little bit, I guess. Like I went into it thinking, oh, this is going to be an experience, as opposed to thinking like, oh man, I have to build a deck. Well, I guess I just face Hunter or, you know, whatever. And so I had a lot more fun building this deck for some reason. And I don't know, maybe it's because hero power usually dictates how you do stuff, but the fact that hero power was going to be totally random, I was just like, okay, who has the best kit? Like, let's just go to town regardless of hero power, and it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, right. And if I've really, you know, noticed anything since we started doing the Brawl episodes, is that the player base is split. How many emails do we get that's incredibly swinging in one way or the other? I hate the pre-made deck weeks. They're the worst. They should take them out. And then right above that will be a new email that just came in that says, I hate constructed weeks. It should be nothing but pre-mades. It's just the worst.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's just there's something for everybody, kind of, and not everyone's gonna like every Brawl, and I think that's okay. Like, it's okay that we didn't like last week's Brawl. Yeah, it's totally fine. If you loved it, just love it. It's okay.
Yeah.
Like, I would like to.
If you hate this one, I'll still like it. Yeah.
Yeah, no, absolutely. By the way, I was trying to look up a list of all the other hero powers. So just for shits, I'm in the next Ramus right now. Ragnaros, by the way, guys, doesn't do just 8 damage. It does 8 damage to a random enemy twice.
Whoa.
So
What?
Is that
right.
the heroic power?
That's gonna be the heroic version.
Right? Maybe it doesn't specify.
There's 2 versions of pretty much all of those hero powers.
Okay, it doesn't specify. It just says die insects, and that's what it says.
Okay.
I don't remember the last time I played.
Yeah.
You want to talk about stuff that Garrett doesn't care about? It's adventures.
I just think I would rather have seen Blizzard try this Brawl with just everything. Like, who's the boss? All boss hero powers, just go, and then have them say, well, that wasn't fun or balanced, so let's scale it back and try to put some balance in these hero powers, and then we get like this version. I feel like they played it safe, and I wish they'd just kind of gone nuts.
They probably did play it with all of them, like, in testing, and then they were like, yeah that's nuts.
Yeah, because it doesn't...
But I want to... Okay, maybe that's the thing. I
wanted to try out the nuts.
PTR!
PTR Tavern Brawl. Oh my god, what a waste of time.
Well, if there's a PTR for Hearthstone, don't you think you'd have, like, access to all the brawls and, like, all this stuff? Like, that's how a PTR should work for a game like this, right? Go in there and test whatever you want.
I think it should work that things that actually need to be tested should be the only thing that's allowed to be tested.
Okay, sure. Yeah. Card changes and whatnot, but you know,
I'm gonna fight you on that.
I'll say this too about this Brawl. It's weird to build a deck not based around what your hero power is normally. Like there's a lot of like cards that work well in the class that you play with because you know like a priest with Aconite Soul Priest, like nope, that's just a 3/5, dude.
Can't heal.
Yeah, I mean you can still like Circle of Healing or something like that, but
Rogue is another one because I started to try Rogue and I'm just like, because you know I
like,
got Rogue quests, I'm gonna try this, and I got like 10 cards into building a Rogue deck and I'm like, guys,
I can't dagger up.
I don't even know where to go from here.
Yeah.
However,
we're going mage.
However, you could make an argument there that you could then build a rogue where you include a bunch of weapon cards where usually you don't because you just dagger
Poison Blades, baby.
Poison Blades, yeah, Poison Blade value.
It's actually, that would be a pretty good card because your hero power is actually doing some other stuff and you're gaining weapon damage. So
yeah,
I might have to give
actually,
that a shot.
So
Poison Blade would be
Poison
really
Blade,
good.
I think, is that an epic? Because
I
I
believe
have
it
one.
is.
I believe it is.
Yeah, because
Yes.
I was like, I was looking, because that's the chat room was like, oh my god, Poison Blade, Poison. I'm like, what are you talking about? Not being a rogue player? I'm like, I don't. You guys are making. Do you mean like deadly poison on my blade? Like looking through my collection. So I don't have that, and that explains it. If
Where have you been? Like
I thought chat room was messing with me.
Where have you been
rogue.
all of the weeks since TGT is released? Where all Dills and I have done is spent, I'm pretty sure 75% of the episode just shitting on Poison Blade.
That is not actually what happened.
Well, we have spent much time on it, but yeah, it's finally having its moment in the sun. I think I'm definitely gonna go for it.
Because there was
also Saboteur is a big deal.
Saboteur, yep.
Being able to stop the other opponent from doing it, because it turns it into what, 7 mana?
7, yeah.
Yeah.
And that's brutal. Like that
And then they
is,
play
like,
their Maiden of the Lake, and you go, God damn it.
yeah, because it's very common to see that right now.
Yeah. Well, because I
So
would
wait,
say...
Maiden of the Lake just turns it back into 1, like instantly? Oh my god.
Well, but
that card is
the thing
broken.
is-
Nerf, please, Blizzard.
Yeah, nerf.
Really.
But then
That's based on Brawl.
but then switch it back as soon as the brawl's over. You know, guys,
Yeah.
I just want a window of a nerf window, please. Thank you.
But yeah, where everyone is playing Inspire decks, all of these cards that are affected or affected by hero powers, they're seeing so much play. So normally if you play Saboteur, it's like they don't have an answer, they're screwed, they don't have their hero power for that turn. But now it's just like everyone has so many answers for everything Inspire because everyone's playing Inspire decks. So it's kind of cool to see. It's almost like a window into what Blizzard wants Inspire to be. You know, like people doing all these crazy things with hero powers. And I feel like this is their way of kind of being like, hey guys, this can be super cool. You know, all these crazy game stories, it's because you're using your hero powers. So I think
it is cool that there's a way for them to make cards that actually suck, like somewhat okay, because like a card like Astral Communion pretty much sucks. But there's 2 brawls in a row now where I've been like, that's the best card, or you know, and it's just, or I guess not 2 in a row, but 1 the week before.
2 constructed
where, like
brawls.
that card like dominates, right?
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right, and it's a good point. Like it makes me like I've always been of the mind where I don't mind. I really don't think twice about disenchanting cards that I just see as bad and are never going to use in constructed. But this at least makes me think twice, because it's like, yeah, I might be holding on to an epic that could give me some dust to craft something that I really need, because you know, just to have fun with it when Brawl comes around. I'm not saying that there's still some cards, like I'm pretty sure I shredded all my Poison Blades, but
I got rid of a couple of epics last night. You have 2?
Yep. Oh yeah. I don't shred anything anymore on my main account. Like that's pretty much it. Like I will assume that I will build up enough dust over time playing like arena and stuff. So I just want to have 2 of everything if I can. So like once I get 2 goldens, then I'll get rid of the 2 regular non-golden ones. But at this point, like I don't even get rid of goldens. I don't get rid of anything. I'm like a hoarder now.
I never get rid of goldens. I get rid of whatever the normal version is. So
yeah,
I keep my golds and then dust a regular one.
Which I gotta say something. Blizzard, can we just get like options for our collection, maybe where we can like just like once we get 2 goldens, we just like cram them all together, or even just 1. Like we don't have to see like the non-golden and the golden version next to each other every single time. Like it's just not necessary. Right.
well, Mr. UI designer, how would you depict it?
I just like if there's golden ones, they're on the
Just
top,
have them,
and then
like,
underneath
like,
you got more. Yeah.
Just a little bit staggered.
And if you
So
like,
you can see the edge of the non-golden card.
If you hover over it, like the non-goldens like come out, and you can like select them.
They fan out or something. All right. Okay.
Why on earth would you ever play with regular ones and not golden ones once you have gold ones?
I was watching Chan Man on freaking Value Town yesterday, and they were building a deck, and he had 2 golden cards, and he just always chose the non-golden ones. And I was like, what is he doing? Why would you do that?
I will tell you, if I don't have 2 of a golden, if I only have 1 of, it drives me nuts that in the deck list it separates them.
I don't like it making my list really long.
Yeah, I don't. It's like 1 Cruel Taskmaster, 1 golden Cruel Taskmaster. Thanks, thank you, deck list.
I do think I could see, like, if you don't have a full golden deck, some people, their OCD would be like, I can't have any goldens then. because I don't want anything looking different from each other. Like I could see that, but for me, I don't care. I want the animations when I play the card. I feel like it's
so
funner.
shiny.
Yeah. Like my golden juggalos are like the best thing ever. Like I want to put them in every deck because I got 2 of those, and I have like 2 of like some of the funnest golden cards now. Like golden Thought Steel, golden Savannah Highmanes, golden Piloted Shredders, and like those are like my favorite cards.
I've been crafting stuff that gives other stuff. So I made like golden portals, golden shredders, anything that like pops out something else. Yeah.
It's like twice the value, right?
It is. And then the number of golden legendaries I've seen because of that, it's amazing.
Yeah. You get 2 golden cards in one.
That's hilarious. I think the only thing I've held on to are my mini bots just because I use them so much. So I've got my golden mini bot. Actually, I think I only have 1. I think that I break the rule in that case. I think I do 1 regular shielded mini bot and 1 golden.
One golden mini bot and 1 regular.
Yeah.
You're just making the other one feel bad, man.
Man, I'm not gonna waste the gold on crafting him. If I find one a second, I will keep him though, because I love my mini bots, man.
Yeah.
They're my bros.
Right now, I'm actually playing a new, like I think, better version of Secret Paladin, which is a little off topic, but I've finally landed on what I think is like the best version, and it runs 4 secrets instead of like 8 or whatever. Because drawing the secrets totally sucks, but you want them like when you play your Mysterious Challenger. And it runs zombie chows, and it's so good. Like turn 1 zombie chow, mini bot, into muster for battle, into piloted shredder, like nobody beats that. It's insane.
Yeah, that's rough.
I actually started messing around with Secret Paladin today too. Not with any net deck. I was just like, well, it's Paladin and they're secrets, and I know all of the minions that I hate to see, so I'm just going to throw all those in and see how many spots I have left. And then I threw in, like, I think Murloc Knight and Boom and Tyrion, and I was like, pfft.
And then
YOLO ladder, let's go!
Right?
Yeah.
Is this a safe place?
Yes.
Okay, I kind of want to try Sixo's new patron warrior.
Oh yeah, I saw that. I'm curious how that I must try it because I'm curious how it actually works. I've heard that it's kind of similar. It just doesn't have a big finishing combo, right? But you can still like flood the board, essentially draw a whole bunch of cards, and just finish them off by just waiting a turn to hit their face with your minions. Right?
I haven't really seen it played yet, but just looking at it, it's still got Battle Rage in it, so it's looking like you're still kind of banking on drawing the majority of your deck. And then there's also Boom and Hellscream and Loatheb, so it has a late game. It can stall at the mid game with Loatheb, and it has 2 huge threats.
Yeah.
So
I saw him play it today actually, and it plays pretty much exactly the same as normal patron, or I guess old patron, except like you say, it has Grom, and I think that's what he won with, actually, come to think of it, was charged Grom. So,
well, I mean, that's how you usually win.
It's still powerful. It's just you don't have your crazy big charging frothing berserker.
Right. It feels like if a warrior had a greatest hits album, because this is like a mixture of what makes control great and what makes patron great.
Well, it's got a lot of control elements, obviously, because of things like execute and the weapons and stuff. But yeah, it's like there's enough finishers in the game. You didn't need to have something that did 70 damage. It was just when you had that option, why wouldn't you take it, right?
So, exactly.
But flooding a board with patrons is still really powerful, and that's how when you played patron, that's how you won a lot of games. Was people would just concede because they couldn't get rid of all your patrons. Right?
Yeah.
So
I mean,
that's
now,
still viable.
Yeah. Now playing, getting the patrons to work though is a lot harder. You can't just charge them out. So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You can't charge them into haunted creepers and make a whole bunch of patrons.
I guess you could run the charge card, but 6-0 is not because he is smart.
Yeah. I think if you run the charge card, what you're going to do is you're going to do the Raging Worgen Math Warrior type build that people used to run.
Exactly.
I think it was Naria actually played it like competitively for a long time. I don't know if he still does, but do you guys remember at BlizzCon last year there was a guy from I think China who was playing that deck. Remember he beat Kalento with it. Like Kalento didn't play.
Oh yeah.
Loatheb that one turn, and then the next turn he was able to use the charge on him.
I can't remember what the player's name was.
Yeah.
But you're right. I remember we were like, dude, you guys should see Kalento lose.
Yeah. Because he didn't play Loatheb. Like if he had played Loatheb, he would have survived. But he kind of made a calculated decision to hold on to it, and then he paid the price.
Yeah, exactly. No, I was just making that distinction because I know somebody out there is going to be like, well, you could still charge it with the charge card. And it's like, well, you could, but it's not a good card in this deck.
Yeah. But it's interesting that pros are already taking this on though. This challenge from Blizzard. Can you still make Patron work? And kind of proving that, yeah, you can. Like, if you're a good enough player and you build a deck that's tight enough and, you know, has enough synergy with itself, you can kind of make almost anything work, really. Like, we've seen Pirate Rogue. We've seen all sorts of weird stuff from some of the pros lately, which is fun. It's really cool that they're actually trying this stuff. I'm glad.
Well, and I feel like, because right now, at least on ladder, they're not trying to qualify for anything, right? Like, there's no points awarded at the end of these seasons. Like, this season and December, like they're literally going to mean nothing if the system is the same as it was this past year.
That would be so messed up if they're like, psych, we've actually been tallying points this whole time.
Yeah. Oh my God, can you imagine? But yeah, so I feel like they have a lot more freedom to still compete at the same level they were competing, but they can try stuff now because they don't have to be, you know, top 100, top 50, top 10. It doesn't matter. So I think there's a lot of people experimenting in a lot of ways right now, which is really cool to see. Yeah. I think Savitz today was playing like a Hobgoblin Warlock or something. I'm just like, what?
Yeah. So you could I've also seen people doing Hobgoblin Shaman because your cards are all really crappy, but with the Mist Collar, you have like another way to make your super crappy cards actually somewhat decent. So like you've got multiple ways to you know, buff up those cards. Like Kibler was doing. What did he call it? It was Hobgoblin and Bolster, right? So he was like, I have like not only Hobgoblin to make these cards really strong, but having another way to do it, because that's always like the weakness of Hobgoblin. Is like, if I don't draw my Hobgoblin, then I just have a bunch of crappy 1-attack cards, right? But at least, you know, now I have a second way to activate them, so it's interesting.
Yeah.
Well, as more cards get added, this is how it's going to work, right?
Yeah.
Well, before we move in and take a Brawl email, let's thank our sponsor Squarespace for supporting the show, and remind our listeners that you can use the code TAC, the same code we use for everything since ever. It's really easy to remember. Use TAC over at Squarespace, and you'll get 10% off on your order. And just a reminder, you listening to this show? Well, you can thank Squarespace because the whole darn website is built on top of it. So
yeah, they actually there's people who work at Squarespace who tell us what to say every single week. So the show would literally not exist without Squarespace. Like, they write our notes. They actually came up with the name Angry Chicken. That's actually...
We have no original thoughts, none whatsoever.
You know what's really...
Squarespace thoughts.
What's particularly hilarious about that is that it couldn't be further from the truth. We were when they approached us about sponsoring, we were like, well, what should we say? And they're like, well, you can say whatever you want. You use the product, so go for it. So if we wanted to tell you right now to go to Squarespace, sign up, and start a website about your chicken fetish, we can say that and tie it into our Squarespace read. Yeah.
In fact, I really hope you do.
It's great. Yes, actually, please.
And then send us the link. It would be amazing.
Send us your Angry Chicken fan fiction that you made on a Squarespace website. Thank you. We would love to see that.
Just make sure that you make it on Squarespace, damn it.
I trust our listeners to blow my mind on that one. But thank you.
I don't know if I want to read that fan fiction.
So also, little known fact, Squarespace hates the first 3 Star Wars movies. Loves all the other ones. Yeah.
Really?
What did that have to do with what? I missed your segue.
I'm just trying to tell you why Squarespace is really good. Super excited for 7. Hates 1, 2, 3. Loves 4, 5, 6.
Unless you really like 1, 2, 3.
5 is the best one.
Then they like it. Yeah. Then they like it. So they share the most popular opinion about Star Wars.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, pretty much.
Wonderful.
Obviously.
Good to know.
Squarespace hated the series finale of Dexter. Like, hated it.
Thought
it was the worst.
Did anybody like it? Really? Did anyone?
No.
I read interviews with the cast afterwards.
Someone to tell me why it was good.
Yeah. Because he's a lumberjack and he's okay.
Oh, God. Spoilers, by the way.
He sleeps all night. He works all day. That's what he does. Let's take...
Him and Superman apparently come from the same school of thought. We're trying to escape the world lumberjacking.
Lumberjack. And Wolverine. Don't forget Wolverine.
That's true.
But that's because I'm pretty sure that's the only profession in Canada. And so there's that. Let's take an email.
Hello?
Hello, it's me.
Hello.
Just quickly, do you get my message?
Yep.
Oh.
Hello, brother.
You can send your emails to tacpodcast@gmail.com. Our email today comes to us from Elder Padawan, who apparently did like the first three Star Wars movies, because Padawan is not mentioned in the original trilogy. He says, "Hello, angry cluckers."
Maybe he's a Clone Wars fan.
Oh, that's true. That's true. Clone Wars is pretty dope too. Gotta say,
I will
Clone Wars
accept
is
that.
awesome.
I like me some Clone Wars, the original like 2D animated one and the 3D one. I liked it quite a bit. He says, "Hello, Angry Cluckers. I just listened to the Card Dealer Tavern Brawl episode and was reminded of a Brawl idea I had a while back that would be made more fun if for just that Brawl, everyone had access to the entire collection. Here's the idea. Select your class based on the hero power you want to work with. After that, you can put any card you want in your deck. 0 restrictions. Basically, you could play Priest with Dreadsteed and Warsong Commander if you wanted. The combos...
This is old Warsong.
yeah, obviously. The combos that could be pulled off would be so crazy and would really push people to discover some previously impossible combinations. It would be a blast. Anyway, I just wanted to share my idea. Love the show. Love listening to you guys. Somebody make this happen now.
Yeah,
It's
this sounds
pretty
amazing.
much the opposite of what's happening right now. So right now we have like crazy hero powers with normal deck restrictions. This would be like normal hero powers with no deck restrictions whatsoever. So
No, I
it
love
could
this
totally
idea.
happen.
People would try to come up with like all the craziest ways to get infinite combos and all that kind of
Yeah.
stuff. It would be super fun. It would be like the Wild West, and some people without a lot of cards would probably hate it because they're like, everyone's playing all this crazy stuff. But yeah, I love it. I love that idea.
So, a few weeks ago when someone suggested that and we really strongly argued in favor of not having access to your whole library, I recant everything I just said. Let's do it. I want to see this brawl.
So for this particular brawl,
For this
sure,
one,
give everybody access. Yeah, because that's the point of it, right? Is here, come up with the craziest thing you can think of.
Yeah,
And then it goes away in 4 days. So
and you know they're all about flavor over at Team 5. So I don't know. Say like for this brawl, you have access to the Innkeeper's collection, and it's just all the cards or something.
There you go.
Like come on, play with the Innkeeper's collection.
Yeah.
Since apparently Soul of the Card and flavor are really important.
The soul of the card. Why is the soul of the card the statistics on the card? I don't get that. I just don't get that. The soul of the card is what it does, right? That's the soul of the card. All right.
Cards
We
don't
won't get
have
into it.
souls.
We won't- Hey, you don't know that?
Well, then you must never dust anything because then if you do, that's
I know,
totally
'cause
card murder.
It hurts. Like I hear it's like
Yeah.
little tiny
Little tiny shrieks.
schemes. Yeah, like no, don't dust me.
Oh, that's just wonderful.
But yeah, I
That went to
think
a really
this guy-
good place.
I think this guy's got a fantastic idea, and this is the kind of stuff that Brawl makes possible, right? So, for all my hating on Brawl before, like this is the kind of stuff that I think is awesome and should totally happen. This would be a missed opportunity not to do this, right?
Yeah,
I agree. I think this would be so much fun.
we will be bringing this idea directly to whatever poor Team 5 representative we corner at BlizzCon next week
There you
Yes.
go.
or in 2 weeks.
Yeah. Which actually, all three of us will be able to corner some at one point because we'd have confirmed some interviews. There's gonna be a lot of stuff to do, man.
Yeah,
Holy crap.
yeah. I thought you were saying there's 3 of us, so we could literally body block them like it's Heroes of the
good.
Storm. It's like we're gonna
You
use
just
our.
see Ben Broad, and we all just like
We're
pile
we're
on.
stutter stepping to make sure he can't walk past us like it's freaking Heroes of the Storm when we're using the hold position command. Oh, it'd be wonderful. It'd be
Let's
so
not
great.
do that.
I feel like we might not be allowed to interview after that.
Oh, it'll be fine. It'll be fine.
Let's maintain relationships, guys. Let's,
That is maintaining
So no
relationship. What are you talking about?
yeah, no kidnapping, no stabbing, no none of that. Okay,
Okay.
so
you guys
good.
should probably write out a list for me.
Well, that's
Jocelyn, things that you cannot do at BlizzCon: kidnapping, stabbing.
I think now that we're making a do not list for ourselves for BlizzCon, that might signal the end of the show. Elder Padawan, thank you for your email. And folks, feel free to send in your Brawl-specific emails to tacpodcast@gmail.com. Want to thank our patrons because we wouldn't be doing this episode if it wasn't for them. So if you're interested in supporting the show, head on over to patreon.com/TAC. This week we wanted to thank Lachlin OD, Adam, Doug A, Sean V, and September M. September is a cool name.
That is a cool name.
She writes into the show a lot.
Oh, really? Okay. Gotcha. I probably saw it and just assumed it was a handle. So
Well, it could be, but I don't think it is.
yeah, usually when people put a last name on something, it's not a handle unless they're just, I don't know, really classy internet people. Like, I have a handle and a last name handle. Yeah. So thank you guys for supporting the show. Thanks for leaving us iTunes reviews, everyone. This episode, thank you to Red Musician, who said 5 talons up. I just want to know, do the chickens have large talons? That's my question of Red Musician. Also, thank you to Pete Cookie, Best Gabriel H, Pluto Bomb, and BC 1979, who said epicness incarnate. So thank you guys for your iTunes reviews. Check us out on amove.tv. Thanks to our Patreon producers, Declan H, LVE, Topher L, and Barry Scott L. Our past live shows and other videos can be found on youtube.com/amovetv, and our t-shirts on /loot.com. Get one for BlizzCon. Go now. /loot.com. What are you waiting for? I want to be walking by and see someone with an angry chicken shirt and just go, you. I like doing that. It's fun. We're on Twitter at TAC Podcast, on Facebook /AmoTV, and on Reddit at tacpodcast.reddit.com. Our Prime show is this upcoming Monday at 9 p.m. Eastern on twitch.tv/AmoTV and alphageekradio.com. And thanks to BrianGriffithMusic.com for our intro music. Dills, where can folks find you?
You can find me tomorrow morning on The Instance. We had a great time last week, so I'm looking forward to tomorrow. Hopefully the Europeans will be in the house. Check out my Twitch stream. It's back, twitch.tv/WillyDillsSF. And check me out on Stormcast Mondays after Angry Chicken Prime.
Don't stream Star Wars, people.
Yep, don't do it.
Don't do it. Don't do it. Twitch really hates Star Wars.
No, they just hate when you do that.
Oh, wonderful. Wonderful stuff. Glad your stream's back, man. That was really dumb. Jocelyn, where can folks find you?
Oh, they can find me over on Twitter at JossPlays. It's the exact same as my Twitch handle. You can find me right here on AMove TV every Wednesday night for the Gamers In. And also coming up, which I keep forgetting to mention, is Extra Life. I've been so kind of in my head about the wedding and about BlizzCon planning and just that whole big trip that I completely forgot the weekend I get back is Extra Life. So we are doing the 24-hour stream, again, raising money for Children's Miracle Network. Because of BlizzCon, we're actually doing it a week later than the actual official Extra Life event, but it's going to be on twitch.tv/AmoveTV. We have a ton of fun stuff planned, so you guys should check it out. And if you'd like to donate, you can do so at bit.ly/TGI 2015 and TGI in all caps. So come check out the stream and throw some bucks our way. Also, all of our Gamers In Patreon money from October is going straight to our Extra Life campaign. So there's that too.
Nice. It's awesome.
I'm excited. I love Extra Life. This is like the 4th year in a row that we've done it, and it's so much fun.
Yeah. When are you doing? When is the actual stream?
The 14th.
14th. I think I'm back for that.
Oh yeah.
Oh snap. Let's see. Oh crap. No. That's my travel day. Shoot.
I was gonna say I didn't think you were gonna be around for it, but yeah, they actually made so the official Extra Life date is the 7th, but it's the Saturday of BlizzCon. Why would they do that?
think of the children, Jocelyn. Think of the children and just turning down the $200 you spent on a ticket to BlizzCon, and I'm sure the like 700 some odd funny Canadian dollars with holes in it you spent on getting to BlizzCon. Think of all that, and anyways, awesome, totally awesome. We're doing a fireside gathering in December. Actually, on December 12th, we'll be doing a toy drive for charity. So,
oh, nice.
Folks can go to meetup.com/Florida Fireside to hear more about that. And that's really all I can tell you right now because I have had no brain space to think about anything else. Wedding, guys. If you haven't figured it out by now, I'm a whiner. Follow me on Twitter at GarrettArt. I'm also at nomoonart.com making graphic design prettiness. I'm on Into the Nexus in a few hours talking Heroes of the Storm, and I'm on the Angry Nerd talking to myself. Big thanks again to Squarespace. Use the code TAC, get 10% off your order. Yeah! All right, that's going to do it for this Brawl episode. See you Monday, everyone. Job's done.
Job's done.
Job's done.
Yes!